Dear Christian, don't worry about giving to God what you don't
There's
have.
something that I heard one time about some people not going to church because they do not have offering. I mean, that was their main reason. And because they do not have offering to give, they are thinking, why will I go there and not give anything when the offering bag or box or however it's done in their church, when it's time to give, so I go there, I can't drop something in the bag. When I heard that, my first reaction was, why would that be a problem? I mean, except are um, you are not faithful. Now, let me start with this. I believe in returning tithes and giving offering. I believe it's one of the um, obligations as a Christian. I mean, it's biblical. So I believe in that. If God has blessed you, if you have an income source and you have you got something, it's biblical to give 10% tithes. Where many people have not agreed on is the offering percentage, but the list following from the Jewish system is the least we are expected to give God is 10%. So some people say uh, you give at least 10% offering. So some people even give more. So I do not know about that. I didn't study theology, so I cannot come and tell you how much to give. That's by the way. I'm just saying I believe in that. So, um, so the person said, because I don't have anything to give, why will I'm not going to church because if I get there, it is somehow. Now mark that word somehow. So somehow to go there and just not give anything. So as I said, my first reaction was, why would you do that? Yes, I know it's in the Bible that you should not come before the Lord empty-handed. But let me say this clearly, and I say this with all conviction. I mean, I say this so boldly as I can tell you that my name is Joy or Ijoma. The most important thing to God about you is you, is your heart. Yes, there are many things the Lord expects of us. I mean, that in says, do justly, love mercy, walk humbly with God. There's the 10 Commandments. There are the husband, love your wife, and wife, be submissive to your husband. There are many, how you should fast, be good to the widows and the orphans. There are many things God expects of us. But the summary is love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. Yes. So, in all these things the Lord expects of us, the most important thing to God is your heart, is you. It's not your money. It's not, I mean, that part about Jesus getting getting coin, the tax from the fish mouth should show us that if God needs money, if God needs money for things, whatever denomination you worship in, I'm talking to Christians again. If God needs money for any church project or whatever, if humans won't give it, if it's a need, the money will come somehow. What I'm saying is, you are the most important thing to God, not your money. And so if you honestly don't have, I mean, let me say you're out of a job and you didn't get any income. I say this again, God did not, if you're giving the Lord, it's an offering, you're giving him because of how good he is to you, or somebody asks you for something and you're giving. God is a God of order. He's not confused. He's not, he just doesn't want your money. So let's say I earn 50,000 monthly, and from the 50,000, 5,000 is the tithes, and the offering. Let's say I decide to give 10% offering to 5,000 is offering. The 40,000 I have, it's for me to plan how to take care of myself. I mean, you have done what the Lord expects of you. So if you're giving offering, you're giving from his to appreciate his benevolence. But nobody, I repeat, nobody should twist your arm for not giving from that, as in giving to the church offering, or guilt trip you saying you're not following, you're not giving to the Lord. God will never ask of you what you don't have. So the expectation is you give from what you have, your tithe and offering, and you don't have. Why would you feel bad? The Lord you serve is an all-knowing, all-seeing God. So he knows you didn't get any income. He knows you're not earning. Why would he expect you to give? The most important thing is you. You come before him yourself. And there's an opportunity for you to pray, Lord, I didn't get anything this week. Please bless me this coming week. And you go your way. So don't allow people thinking that if you come without money, you've come empty-handed. The most important thing that the Lord needs is you. When you've come with your presence, when you've come before him humbly and truly, that's the most important thing. So I don't know if you don't have it, if God will not ask you for what you don't have, if you're not earning, God will not ask you to give me money. It's the woman, the widow's mite, the parable. I don't know if it's a parable or it's. I think it happened that Jesus saw the woman giving her last. It was her last, but it was something she had. She didn't go and borrow and give. She didn't go and steal and give. No, it was what she had, and she felt so grateful to God that she could give her last. That's a different ballgame. That's between you and the God you serve. That's between you and how much you know, you trust your Father to bless you. I mean, it's an experience, it's a walk. Where you are today with God may not be where you are with him tomorrow. Tomorrow you would have learnt more about him and you can trust him more. So that is between you and him. But it should be what you have. It's not a business deal you're doing with God. Okay, God, I'll go borrow money. We will do business. Then when the returns come, you're going to say we don't hammer. That's not it. God is only asking for 10%, that's tithe, of what I gave you. So don't say you don't go to church because you don't have offering or tithe. Don't feel pressured to give God what you don't have. God will never ask you for what you don't have. I mean, if God is asking you to drop anything, it is something you have. It is something you have. I once heard a story about a man who was blind. He was sick, so people came and gave money to him, like, okay, take for your drugs and things like that. So he's blind. So each time the money is given, he tells his wife to remove the tithes so he can return it. And many people called him foolish, that the money was given for his treatment. It's a valid statement. But somebody said something that I will never forget. The person said, we do not know his relationship with God. If he trusts God enough to provide enough for his medication, even after he has removed the tithes, then let's leave him. It's a personal thing. It's between he and God. We cannot call him foolish because he wants to serve God that way. It's not, you might call it extreme, but the God he's serving is not complaining. I believe the most important thing is our walk with God. As I said, you're the most important thing to God. So if you're walking with God and you're serving him wrongly, except you are not truly working with him, I think he tells you or he directs you to do things the right way. He's a loving father. He's a father. So he trains us. And that's what we should know is important. My whole point here is the most important thing to God is not your money. It's not what you have to give. It's yourself. The most important thing you can give to God is yourself. So if you do not have offering, if you do not have tithes because you are not earning, carry yourself to church and worship him. Give him yourself and he will bless you the way he knows you need to be blessed. That's what I need to say. Don't ever feel pressured to give God what you don't have. He will only ask you for what you don't have. For what you have, I mean. He will never ask you for what you don't have. Hi, bye. I'll talk to you later.